coming back in with another drawing, arts, and design video. We are on right now. The content's been awesome. We just learned how to time-lapse stuff. This is really, really good. Yeah, the drawing from reference and figure has been great. Drawing these Digimon, totally fun. Breaking into the concept and taking on the ideas for the project that we're working on, the game ideas for these, which is really, really fun. Already, I feel like we've cracked the case on what the next steps forward are and are getting better and better and better at presenting this and tied to like larger plans for an arts production company and creating content that is valuable for dreamers everywhere. This is reference of Ahmed Al-Douri. I mentioned in the Digimon video that he's very, very good at doing bold frames, but all kinds of different postures. And his techniques in blending graphite and using loose abstract gestural marks and structural marks is second to none. I love Ahmed. I love his style. Really, really good. This is from Peter Hahn. This is when Peter Hahn put his dynamic Bible online. I started doing sketch reference from it because it's got really good breakdowns with like block forms, but also what are the key points when an animal's form changes direction or shape. So everything's simplified. It's also made into polygons. There's also paintings. And we started doing that and then exploring remixing the creatures and designs for making our own fantasy versions, monsters, for making spaceships and robots out of some of them, and then just like creating this artscape, giant lobster. And that's awesome. We just finished drawing from Feng Zhu as well, and with Peter Han, Ahmed Al-Douri, and Feng Zhu kind of guiding our progress today. The last one is for those about to draw. For those about to draw, we salute you. Yeah? Get a little bit of tracer going on. And we're going to come back in and we're going to draw more Digimons today. They might not be Digimons. We're going to try and design our own creatures within the idea of this framework. I was thinking it'd be cool to do something that is a little bit more like Pokemon, something a little bit more natural in their form, but maybe still kind of like a Digimon, kind of like a Persona, like something high-tech. The idea of this digital world that creates this gamescape, this dreamscape, this parallel world that runs alongside our own, and really, really cool like textures, effects, menus, the UI, the sounds. I want the whole thing to be like an expression of magic. And we're going to try and capture that. But right now, and first, we're going to try and capture some original designs with just keeping the themes and the idea for this in our heart and our mind and seeing where we get. Seeing where we get with these. Okay, we're breaking Feng Zhu's rule and we're using some Pokemon as the reference for just getting the most bold shapes down in front of us. And then we're going to remix these kind of bold shapes in any number of directions. And we're just doing that to get the momentum in front of us and to start making progress. But then after that point, we could really go in any number of directions, and we will. We'll do this, we'll start with just thumbnailing, we'll thumbnail out a few of them and see if we can make them cute and good and fun. Already, it's like that could be a mouse, it could be a lizard, you can go in any direction with these. We're gonna try and create a bunch of different angles, would be fun, where they're not all standing the same direction. If we were really pro about this, we'd probably have them all be like in a grid with like different angles that all line up to the same space. It's fine though. We'll just kind of we'll work loosely with where we're at, Yeah, this is good. I'm really psyched to be able to time-lapse stuff. I mean, it's been something that's been on my to-do list forever now, and I don't know what was the block. Like, it's been so long since I tried time-lapsing things, and I knew, like, yeah, there's probably a way. It's probably real easy to do, and it totally was. It totally was. It's got me way excited to see what we can do. And it would make it easy to make drawing videos anytime, because sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I could draw stuff if I wanted, but it'd be hard to like commentate, you know? It'd be hard to make it out like I was in a most positive place or something. Or just like I don't have the concentration right now to be able to draw and commentate well at the same time. You can give your full attention to doing one of those things. And even you can do a video and then come back and commentate over it after the fact with, the software I found made that very easy. So I'm like, oh, wow, just having that is a huge worry off my mind. It's a worry off my mind, and it's getting me into the design process again. I'm loving it. I'm loving this guy. Here we could make like 1 million of these and just pick like the best ones. I want this like a friendly salamander or something. All like with the dog's demeanor, like really happy, like looking up. Salamander guy. You want the eyes to be very happy. How are we gonna make it like different than a salamander though? Salamanders have such great tails. Heck yeah. We might also do some Quetzalcoatl, just talking about that series for the first time in video form. In a long time. I've mentioned it before, but not for a long time. Made me think, oh hell yeah, we could take that on and try and do some Quetzalcoatl designs, because that is the it's a series that also encapsulates many of my favoriteest things ever, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, even a little bit of Naruto, Samurai Jack as well. Like all these bold, dynamic stories of epic mythology and heroes, and trying to cut a place in them, but taking inspiration from them in creating an epic mythology, and beyond that, trying to think of like a world in a time of shift, moving towards a higher paradigm, and that, being reflective of the real world. Yeah, especially as I learn more and more about like the potential for radical change that is on the horizon with breakthroughs and advancements in technology and communication. Yeah, like the ability to have super good education, to share ideas, right? That's huge. It's a renaissance in the waiting. And to have stories that paint this like kind of utopian vision of how things could be is a great way to get people to start, dreaming of it, to start, to feel the potential of that future. My own utopian dreams and visions were inspired, not a little bit, by Final Fantasy and Metal Gear Solid, both. Specifically even Final Fantasy 7 and Metal Gear Solid 4, because the worlds both get a victory, right? Like the end game leaves the world on the horizon of like radical positive shift for the better, and for the betterment of all of mankind. And like, what does a world like that really look like? Having those victories and those treasured worlds in my heart and in my mind make that step towards like creating an awesome future made me believe that it was possible, as you know, you believe in the world every step of the way. It just seems like a natural progression. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4's world saving plan is just really, really good. It's so good. It's like, take out what doesn't work about the system while leaving in and celebrating and strengthening everything that does work about the system. And that unified kind of idea is really cool. It didn't have to be like, we have to drop the whole system to embrace something new that's just like, is that ever going to happen? You'd have to come up with like, you know, these sustainable eco-villages, and the return to nature is going to have to be as fun and sexy and cool as technology and media is for people to vote on it, you know? Because you can't hardly go back. But to be like, nah, we can integrate, we can use, you know, the whole thing and find ways to make it even better. Okay. We're using some of the same, we're not using that many of the same shapes. So, I mean, we're doing good here. We're doing real good. What is this thing? I have almost no, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, these are ears. These are ears, and that's like an eye. We want to have a different face though than this guy. And try and take on a similar thing, then do something very much different. Do like a little fox face. Or not, or not. This is cool. We'll have to throw it in a bunch of different directions, take on a bunch of ideas before we try and make any like solid. But it would be cool to take a few of them up to a like more finished design level so that we can imagine an art style. Imagine an art style. And we'll just give an example of this imaginary art style from where we are, while envisioning also like, and what if we got a team of the world's best on it to continue to articulate this, to evolve this, to, you know, take this to higher and higher levels. So it doesn't have to be our thing, but we can give an example with everything we love and everything we know, while still keeping the mindset, the goal, the mission to pass it on, to put it in the hands of people that can make the best thing. And, you know, that's really cool. We might, of course, take breaks here to work on like Peter Han, Ahmed Al-Duri, many different aspects of design. Okay. Let's see, we need some things that have more humanoid forms. Maybe not that many. You'd have to decide whether you could capture every single creature in the world. Like, that seems kind of like a given, but if you could have more like combat scenarios as well. I mean, okay, wouldn't it be cool if you could capture every single creature in the world? All of my designs tend to look salamandery. I don't know why. There we go. This guy's pretty cool. This guy's my favorite one so far. Give him some like catfish barbels maybe. Barbels are good, but we'll see. Okay. I don't know what this is either. Oh, yeah. I remember. We're doing like a little plant creature. Need different faces. It's really good getting into this. While you're moving, you notice things that you might need more of. A sad plant. It's like blossoming though, so maybe it's not that sad. There we go. Kind of butterfly wing type patterns on the flowers. Yeah, no, we can try to capture the effects, but literally what I could do with pencil is like, draw some sparkles. You can create like tones, like big gray areas and whatnot. I want to make them all happy. Yeah, it needs feet, but maybe not quite yet. We could do a little like tiny fatty body. Yeah. Tiny fatty body's good. I don't think this one would be that popular. Who knows? Maybe we could find a way to make it popular. Alright, let's see, just completely circular eyes. There you go. It's popular now. A popular, I make you popular. Show you that close to where I do your hair. Some Wicked. I don't know anything other than that song. It's about witches. Someone will have to school me someday. Okay. See, it was kind of like the freaking Oddish. I don't know if they should have like shoes and whatnot. We'll consult the design team. Little boxing glove hands, like the cactus flower Digimon creature. Too much, too similar. This guy's also kind of got him. I like this happy salamander a lot. He might be my favorite. Okay, this guy's kind of just goofy. Let's give him a real long face. Gotta be ambitious with these. Really switch them up. Maybe also take one type of design and do a bunch of mixes on it. You have to learn things from your reference. Looking at those Feng Zhu designs, think of like, what did Feng do that was cool? What did he do that was like working? What did he do that was different? So like, trying to draw a neat arena body, but then, just glance at it for 1 second and then take it into what you know how to do. Or, start using your visual library. But it almost looks more like a Pikachu body. You can be like stepping forward. It's not bad. Horns. Some big old rolling horns. Like a little goat man. Two-fingered goat creature. I don't know. No, it would just be kind of nice if they didn't only have to fight each other, so they wouldn't be getting ass whooped all the time. I know that's not something anyone has a problem with, but if they're your friends and enemies, they'd get kind of like, you'd see the same ones all the time, and maybe like some of them you have a bond with and you treasure more than others. Or, there's got to be some that are like, I don't know, Pikachu and what have you. And other ones that kind of just populate the world, and they're every other kind of emotion. But like ass-kicking joy and best friendship is such a hard to beat like theme. Of course they build that up through the Pokemon show. Nothing, distinctly said that Pikachu is more amazing, other than maybe that. Okay, we have to do thumbnails and be fast. Right, little toad guy. Yeah, little toad hopper guy. Massive tail. Like a ridge. Okay, that one's awesome. Let's do one that's like a bird. Let's see, bird body or bird head. Do things like that and that. Gotta have a beak. Doesn't necessarily have to have a beak, but okay. I like birds that have big legs. At least a little bit big, like they're a small chicken. Like something that could be ground bound. You wouldn't have to constantly fly. If you're taking care of it, it could hop down and chill with you. We'll have to do some patterning as well. We just do a whole bunch of different types of patterning so that any of these designs, it's like then you could give them a paint job or make them camo, make them flow and look cool with different colors and patterns. And again, I've drawn a bunch of wings, so I know, how to draw wings pretty well. And it's worth doing that for a bunch of things so that you can add them into your I say arsenal, but your visual library is more professional, you know? Then you're like curating this beautiful space and not just like stocking weapons, you know? Like your art shouldn't be, you know, an attack. It should be like an awesome space for you. Curate that beautiful library of design. Okay, this guy's fun. It would be cool if they were a little bit like techie, though. I would like them to be techie. I would like them to, I don't know, it's really good. It's really good that we kind of just got into the idea of creating our own world and making a series around this concept. I'm not even like a master of creature design by any means. I like, you know, specialize in character, but have since then become quite an all-rounder, I suppose. Let's see, should we try and make this guy something else? Give him like a hat. Give him a hat. Give him a set of ears. This guy's now kind of, it's like an armadillo platypus thing, you know? Yeah, I like these guys. I like them. Let's see, nose, eyebrows. Just those shifty eyebrows. Like, I don't know, a squirrel with a scowling squirrel. This guy also gets a big tail. Nah, he gets a really skinny tail. He or she. People don't like skinny tails as much, but everyone can't have the same design. They all gotta be different. You know, like here's another bird creature. Maybe we do something else. Give them the legs of something else.
For me, being a creative director and a designer is finding...
Cool. The legs of something else. Some dragonian wings. Maybe like curved around the head. Maybe not just a standard bird head, but you know, something different. This would be a good time to pick up a bunch of different, you know, creature design. I don't really like vultures that much. It's kind of good reason to do it. Okay, now it'll be like back and over. Yeah, the wings will be back. Puffy neck. Okay, and like scales on the legs. Just imagine scales on them, right? It's got like a lizard under half. Maybe. Okay, for this thing, let's see. Maybe something on top of it. Like a shell lizard. But instead of it being like a turtle shell, it'll be like a nautilus type shell. Maybe. All right. It might be good to just learn some really basic Pokemon designs, some based Pokemons. We'll keep going for just a bit. Let's see, Happy Salamander again. I want to find some kind of way to make it more than that. I do just love them though. Gotta have really little legs. Like when he's running along, it'd be like choo, 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 choo. He'd have to take like a million steps, so he'd have to use his legs really, really quick. He could shake his big old salamander tail. Let's see, he could puff his neck up like that. It'd be weird when he wasn't. Have really cool patterning. Patterning is something we could use on almost everyone. You just need a whole bunch of different types and different ways that they could blend. Like using color in innovative ways is definitely, I mean, it's not something that I can example, but I think in color. Oh, we could create ridges, like a horny toad. So there'd be ridges along him. I don't know if that, like, obviously it works. I don't know if it's as cool as like not ridges. Like a belly, and then it goes over the neck that could puff out. Something like that, but we have to remember there's got to be a ton of these guys. There has got to be a bunch of them. Something like this flower-headed guy. What if their head kind of was the flower instead of having a flower that came out of it, like the head directly became the petals? You can see what I'm drawing when I'm talking, but most of these I'd have to finish up a little bit. Like a cabbage. Their head's a kind of pod with a little body. One foot forward, 1 foot back. Arms behind him. Let's see. Keep the pod thing going all the way down the body. Maybe. To use creatures from other places is a good idea here too. Like in Chrono Cross, one of the first guys you fight is the flippin' beach bum. They're really big with like arms that trail behind them. Put their eyes in different places and give them a different face, of course. And a different body and whatnot. Now it just looks goofy. We gotta have a lot of them look goofy, you know? That's what we're trying to do here. Two toes. Too many two-toed creatures. Okay, he gets webbed toes. You can have like 6 toes. Okay. Fine. Let's see. Good. I'm still drawing on frame. I'm still drawing onto the page. More of these things. They're like different types of things now. Let's go with like a dog type thing. I might take a break to just like think and get back in, or even to do one where I don't talk and could just like hard design stuff the whole time. Sometimes it helps me to talk, honestly, like on a good day, you know, on a really good day, then you're like building positive momentum while you speak. Too much dog. The salamander tail. Swirly tail. We'll use our success off these projects to stop smoking. That'd be lovely. Let's see. Big ears, but up. Swirly mane. See, and we'll just have to experiment with it and talk about it, think about it, on whether you'd give them like, I don't know, like a giant pendant on a collar or something. Or, you know, we have to open it up to other possibilities if we're really like creating a new world. Like maybe you could have accessories that you could put on them. And there's some games where it's like, the accessory is like a tag or something and it hangs on, and there'd just be a different place for the thing to be on each of them. It looks like a dugong beach bum. Let's see, really hardcore fish. Okay, this is nice. We're kind of getting into the flow of it now, again. Jaw and body. And the things on top of it are gonna be crazy. things to the side of it as well. And then adding elements to them could be good. We don't have to do the Pokemon thing exactly, but some kind of group of categories is like electric version. It changes them. Okay, let's change the shape of his dome, make it more flattened. That's cool. It's pretty cool. More of like big ass shoulder comes down over, arm down. Maybe even like layers of armor, like an armored thing. Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's real cool. Too many? Could be. Maybe not. He's a stone cold killer, man. Beach birds. Make a game that isn't just a time waster either. We be sure to put good things into it. To be like, I don't know how many lessons you could put into it, but like for theme, certainly. Theme of progression, collaboration, like you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Discovery, like sort of the themes of Pokemon there, but in a different way, in a way that tries to make them more real and your own and something. Let's see, big eyes. Yeah, we can play with them. Like this guy could have a bunch of like balloon man, like puffy kind of, strips. It creates his body. What a goofy creature. If you got one of those, that'd be the fun of it though, like you never know who you're gonna get, and you're like, oh, I wanted someone cool. Like, I don't know who's really cool here, that guy. I'm trying to think of something that we could do with it. I mean, first you have to make sure that you make it a successful thing, but then to have like a really beautiful progressive message. There's things even where like Genshin Impact, a game I played for a little while, and it's made on to be addicting and to set you up in a feedback of reward, but and just learning how the game came to be. From a kind of startup company. It was their first really big game after a series of small successes. But that was just a massive, massive success. like billions on billions of dollars. I'm like, how did they do it? What was the magic of this? What captivated people so much? And it got me excited for the next day. When I started it, I was kind of depressed. And just being like, oh, okay, Genshin Impact, like, what is this adventure? And seeing their characters and thinking about, oh, that character's so cool. I wish I could get that character. Even more than that, though, was the game's goofy storyline that just takes it for granted that you are good. You are a hero. You're here to help this world, you know? While you're on your own adventure, your quest being good and altruistic, and just like you are a hero, you know? You're here to do good. While motivating me with all kinds of dopamine, helped to restore my heroic spirit. Helped to be like, hell yeah, let's try and find a way, even from our unique, oftentimes very flawed perspective, you know, to do something good, something that matters, to contribute, even if in some small way, and that we're all part of the same team, you know? It was a small thing, but it meant a lot to me. And to think of that paradigm, while playing it, I was like, yo, they definitely took way too much stuff from Zelda Breath of the Wild, but at the same time, I felt like it was better than nothing being done with it, but not as good as if they would have not just taken that, but taken that as their starting point, and then remixed it further. Had things like unique climbing animations for each character, because some of the bigger characters just look out of place, and you do the animation so many times that it's like, they get kind of old, and they all just be like climbing like Link. Be like, how about like jump dash boosts in the form of certain things that are like, you know, there's a cliffside with these fruits on them, and you climb up a specific path or like a button pressing thing so that you can climb up things faster. I'm not saying that that would be better, but it's just an idea of like, there are so many things you could do. There's so many ways that you could try to do something new and try to improve on it in some way. Okay, we need something with a mohawk for sure before we get off. Okay, maybe just like a Pikachu with a mohawk. Okay. Don't judge me if I can't draw Pikachu right. It's alright. It's a pretty good Pikachu. We should draw the mohawk before any ears. Then give him different ears. He'll be unrecognizable, man. Looks a bit squirrely, but not bad. Big and puffy, like a sheep type. Oh man, I feel like we nailed it the first time. Let's do it. Let's take that derpy sheep gaze to the next level and give him a puffy mohawk. Goes down the back. What a gooster. I love this one too. Okay. We'll come back when we've got more finished designs, maybe, or just come back and embrace more design process stuff. Do more reference. Scales down the back. You can keep adding lots and lots of things. The thing to do would be to take a couple winning designs and then do variations. And some variations might change the whole thing, but then designs can split into multiple parts. You know? These are humanoid forms, so we don't want them to be less humanoid than this. Angry chameleon version. A lot of Pokemon have like a drop crotch, but its legs are like that. We don't want to necessarily emulate anything. No Pokemon looks like this though. Dragony tail. Big giant hands. Bull vulture over here with the reptile legs. More puffy neck. Doesn't leave much room for anything but a puffy neck. Next time on sketching creatures and building a fun, imaginative world. Like it, like it. Feathers. This one's facing this way. Wings out there. Cool. Like the tail feathers. Yeah, this is by far the most productive part of the video. But when you find your rhythm, it kind of is. Okay, he'd run like this. His little arms out on all fours. So maybe we make it a pig thing. Because I think this looks too close to a kind of existing Pokemon. Making a lot of shell things and puffy things. So I can be like a turnip pig Bulbasaur. Hey man. We're just trying to make some creatures here. This one little mouse guy. Here. Maybe not use the mouse, but give him like a big smile. And then a shifty grin. Yeah, this shiftiest grin. And then make him like an axolotl. axolotl mass. Okay. Let's see this guy, our beak master. I don't know. Make him much taller. He used to be. Big long neck. Big eyes. Vertical inclination. Maybe a spiked bill. Okay, this is really good. I'm glad that we did stick around to do these bonus takes. We almost didn't. This is like the best stuff. Let that be a lesson to you in some way. That's fun, too. Let's see. Not mess with the dugong. Make his smile even bigger. Boom. Some antennas. Yeah, it's like curled over, kind of. That was neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I guess we redid almost everything but the doggy. Let's see, dogs are like always there for you. Crouching dog. Tail's curly. Maybe make it just puffy curly. And Return of the Puffster. You could do it. With floppy ears down. Yeah. Big tongue. What a goof. Even some really big puffs, just a couple small ones going on. Okay. Okay, well, the last one wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Alright, we leave it there for now. This is like the 10th time I've said that, but we're really calling it. Sending you love and light, peace, joy, enjoy the art space, good luck, always luck and love on your creative journey, you know? Be happy where you are while you dream confidently and boldly of everywhere you want to go, everything you want to achieve. It's all within your power, you know? You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Love.